Far beyond the frozen mountains of the north stood Black Veil Dam, a structure so massive that satellites could barely capture its full size. No government admitted building it. No company claimed ownership. The dam simply appeared one winter in a dead valley surrounded by endless fog. Pilots flying above the area vanished. Scientists reported hearing voices beneath the water. Every midnight, radio stations around the world intercepted the same distorted transmission. The gates must never open. Over the years, 24 terrifying incidents were connected to Black Veil Dam. Each story revealed another piece of the horrifying truth buried beneath the reservoir. Dr. Elias Vorn arrived at Black Veil Dam to inspect the structure after dozens of workers disappeared. The moment his helicopter crossed the valley, the radio began whispering strange voices. Inside the dam, Elias discovered tunnels that seemed alive. The walls were warm like human skin. Deep below the structure, he found an underground ocean hidden beneath the reservoir. Then he saw something enormous moving underwater. A giant eye opened beneath the surface and stared directly at him. Years before the dam appeared, miners discovered ancient tunnels beneath the valley. They found a black stone door covered in symbols of screaming faces. When the miners opened it, black water rose upward against gravity. Human faces formed inside the liquid. The tunnels twisted like living creatures. Men vanished into darkness. Only one miner survived, claiming something ancient slept beneath the earth. Soon after, Black Veil Dam appeared above the valley, as if constructed overnight. Security guard Amelia Ross worked midnight patrols inside the dam. One night, cameras showed a little girl standing alone inside Sector 12. When Amelia investigated, the corridors stretched impossibly long. Water dripped from the ceiling. Photographs on the walls showed drowned workers trapped beneath black water. The little girl suddenly appeared beside her. Water poured endlessly from the child's mouth before her body split apart into shadowy tendrils. Amelia disappeared forever. Astrophysicist Lena Meyer discovered strange radio frequencies coming from beneath the reservoir. The signals form messages. They dream beneath your oceans. Lena realized the transmission was not being sent to Earth. Something beneath Black Veil Dam was communicating with something in space. That same night, pale humanoid shapes surfaced briefly beneath the water before sinking again into darkness. During maintenance, workers opened Gate 4. Instead of water, black liquid exploded outward, carrying millions of human teeth. Inside the flood moved a giant creature made entirely of screaming mouths. DNA analysis revealed the impossible truth. The teeth belonged to people who had not even been born yet. Worker Darren Cole disappeared while repairing cracks along the dam. Soon afterward, knocking sounds echoed from inside the concrete walls. Darren's terrified voice begged for help. Workers drilled into the wall, but nobody was there. Then, faces began bulging outward beneath the concrete surface. Darren's final words echoed through the dam. "It's inside the walls." Black rain began falling around the valley. The liquid contained living human cells. Anyone exposed to the rain experienced horrifying visions of underwater cities and giant creatures sleeping beneath Earth's oceans. After several days, infected victims walked into rivers or oceans and drowned themselves willingly. Scientists discovered water from Black Veil Dam inside the victims' lungs. Explorer Jun Park descended into the underground ocean beneath the dam. At extreme depths, his submarine lights revealed massive structures resembling underwater temples. Then he saw giant humanoid creatures chained beneath the ocean floor. One of the creatures slowly opened its eyes. June's transmission ended with terrified screaming before contact was lost forever. Deep inside the dam existed a hidden chamber filled with mirrors. Anyone entering the room saw different reflections. Some reflections smiled independently. Others appeared drowned. A scientist named Nora touched one mirror, and her reflection pulled her inside. The mirrors shattered moments later. Only wet footprints remained. Maintenance crews reported that Tunnel 9 changed shape every night. Hallways stretched longer, doors vanished, workers entering the tunnel often disappeared. One survivor claimed the tunnel itself was alive. He said the walls breathed. Before dying, he whispered, "It was eating them." Emergency red lights activated throughout Black Veil Dam every midnight. During the blackout, cameras captured shadowy figures walking along the reservoir walls. The figures had no faces. Anyone who looked directly at them went insane. Several guards clawed out their own eyes after witnessing the entities. Workers constantly heard voices whispering from the reservoir. The voices sounded familiar. Dead relatives, missing friends, children calling for help. One soldier followed the voices into the water and vanished. The next morning, his face appeared beneath the reservoir surface, screaming silently. A drone exploring tunnels beneath the dam discovered a gigantic abandoned city underwater. The architecture was impossible. Buildings twisted at unnatural angles. Thousands of statues lined the streets. Every statue had terrified human faces. Then the drone recorded movement. The statues were alive. At night, giant silhouettes appeared along the cliffs surrounding Black Veil Dam. They were hundreds of feet tall, no eyes, no mouths. Only towering black shapes staring at the reservoir. Whenever lightning flashed, the giants disappeared, but footprints remained burned into the mountains. A repair crew entered lower maintenance tunnels and never returned. Months later, security footage suddenly appeared on abandoned monitors. The missing workers were shown wandering endless flooded corridors. Their bodies looked pale and swollen. One worker stared directly into the camera and whispered, "We never left." Cracks began spreading across Black Veil Dam. Black water leaked through the walls. Entire towns nearby experienced hallucinations and violent nightmares. People dreamed of gigantic creatures waking beneath Earth's oceans. Military forces attempted to seal the cracks. But the dam continued bleeding darkness. During a storm, workers saw a giant human face beneath the reservoir. The face was larger than the dam itself. Its eyes slowly opened. The entire structure shook violently. Then the face smiled. Every electronic system failed instantly. One morning, the sky above Black Veil Dam turned red. A second sun appeared behind the clouds. People exposed to its light began hearing whispers inside their minds. Scientists realized the sun was not a star. It was an enormous eye opening somewhere beyond Earth. And it was watching the dam. Reservoir water began moving like a living organism. It climbed walls, formed human shapes, spoke in distorted voices. A researcher touched the water and instantly dissolved into black liquid. Seconds later, his face appeared screaming inside the reservoir. A secret military team descended beneath Black Veil Dam, searching for the source of the anomalies. Their final transmission described gigantic chains descending into darkness. Something massive was imprisoned below. Then the soldiers heard movement. The chains began breaking. Their transmission ended in terrified screaming. One of the ancient gates beneath the dam slowly opened during an earthquake. Black ocean water flooded the lower chambers. witnesses reported seeing giant humanoid creatures walking inside the darkness. Entire sections of the facility vanished beneath the flood. Ancient carvings hidden beneath the structure revealed the truth. Backal Vale Dam was never designed to hold water. It was built thousands of years ago to imprison a cosmic entity sleeping beneath Earth. Civilizations before humanity had tried to contain it. All of them disappeared. Every radio station on Earth suddenly transmitted the same message. Do not let the water reach the sea. Governments panicked. Military forces surrounded the valley. But it was already too late. Massive cracks spread across the dam, while black water poured outward like blood. On the final night, Black Veal Dam began collapsing during a violent thunderstorm. The reservoir exploded outward. Giant humanoid shapes rose from the black ocean beneath the structure. Entire mountains shook. Then humanity finally saw what the dam had hidden for centuries. A colossal cosmic creature larger than cities slowly emerged from beneath the earth. Its body was covered in eyes and screaming faces. The oceans across the planet began rising instantly as the dam shattered completely. Every radio station broadcast one final transmission. The prison is open. Days later, the world was silent. Coastlines disappeared beneath black oceans. Entire cities vanished underwater. Survivors reported seeing gigantic shadows moving beneath the seas at night. The sky remained permanently dark, and somewhere deep beneath the flooded ruins of Black Veal Dam, the ancient cosmic entity finally awakened completely. Humanity realized the horrifying truth too late. The dam had never protected civilization from floods. It had protected civilization from what slept beneath the water, and now the gates were open forever.